Hey guys, it's the Fabled Victory again. This is my second deck, the Spellcounter Deck. The first deck that I can actually say I'm proud of. I bought. It started as a core. It's two Spellcaster's Command Structure decks, which is what this mat right here is. It at first, I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, and then I realized it wasn't so great, but now it's much better. I wouldn't say it's up there with meta decks or anything like that. I'm not really that kind of duelist. But here's the deck profile. Chaos Sorcerer. I have a variety of lights and darks, and so he's pretty easy to get out. RFG 1 once per turn, but you can't attack if you do. Really great. Kind of hard to negate. 2 Dark Resonator. I'm looking to replace it with Geomancer, the Ice Barrier, because it's a spell counter or a spellcaster monster, and I can special summon that with Magical Exemplar. But he's nice and survivable, can't be destroyed once per turn. That helps me a lot. Alchemist of Black Spells. Once per turn, you can change him from attack to defense to put a spellcast counter monster. So it's nice. You have him, summon him, defense immediately. And he's got 1800 defense, so he's got a little wall there. Crusader of Enymon. I love this card. I had it in my Geminis for a while too, but Valkyria and Crusader never ran into each other. I had 3 of them, but I traded one off for 2 Mirror Forces, and that was a pretty good deal. He can place a spell counter on a monster when he's Gemini summoned, and he gains 600. No, actually, not a monster, on a card that can use a spell counter. So anything. And then he gains 600 attack till the end phase. So he's a 25 and a 1900 beat stick. Really nice. This card's kind of a stall card. Kind of nice too, because it brings out a 2-star tuner. I like to set it, and then they'll run over it, and then I'll special summon the other one, because it special summons a level 2 spellcaster monster face down. When it's summoned, you can put a spell counter on a card that can use it, so it's kind of nice. But I use it mostly to stall and to get my 2-star tuner out. Defender. Defender's awesome when you have Citadel with lots of counters out on it, because he can remove a counter anywhere on the field to prevent a monster from being destroyed. And I'm pretty sure it's either by effect or by battle. Yeah, it just being destroyed. So he's pretty awesome. If you have him out with one of your big synchros or fusions, he's really nice. Frequency Magician, this is my 2-star tuner. His effect, I never use it. He can boost a monster by removing the spell counter that he starts with. He boosts to 500 attack. It's okay, I just use him as a 200. I might consider using Night End. I don't remember the effect of Night End Sorcerer, but it's not really all that important. I just use him as a 2-star tuner. Magical Marionette, he's kind of cool. I honestly don't get him out very often, but I really like him. He's one of those cards that gains a spell counter each time a spell is played, and he gains 200 attack, and he can remove 2 counters to destroy one monster on the field. Sorry. Breaker. One of my favorite cards in this deck. It gets a spell counter and it gains 300 attack, and you can remove a spell counter to destroy backfield. So that's pretty nice. He's incredible. He's been limited. That tells you how awesome he is. Magical Exemplar. She's awesome because whenever you play a spell, she gains 2 spell counters, and you can remove a number of spell counters to special summon a monster from the hand or graveyard, based on how many spell counters you removed for that level. Magical Citadel is the field spell. Each time you play a spell card, it gets a spell counter. You can use the effects of monsters. You can remove counters from this instead of from themselves. So like if I had Exemplar and then I had 9 counters on this, I could summon 9 levels worth of monsters just by removing this. It has a self-preservation effect. If it would be destroyed, you can remove a spell counter on it from it to save it from not being. 1 Terraforming, you gotta search for it. Spell Power Grasp. I'll show you this first. You put a spell counter on a card that can use it, and then you search out for Spell Power Grasp. you can only use 1 spell power grasp per turn. And I run 3 of those. The card to get it back is Recycle. As a continuous spell. During your standby phase, pay 300 life points. Oh, I thought it was 4. Pay 300 life points to select 1 non-monster card from your graveyard and return it to the bottom of the deck. Since you're going to get it anyway, it's just, you can just grab it from the bottom because you're going to play the one before that turn. So remember during your standby phase to do that. Spell Absorption I have pretty much just to cancel out the cost of Recycle, but it's nice to have a lot of life gain when you play spells. So basically if you have Recycle and Soul Absorption and you've got the Spell Power Grasp loop going, you technically gain 200 per, and you get a bunch of spell counters probably. Run 2 of those, and I derp here. Swords, it's a free spell counter when you have Citadel or whatever. Again, I haven't changed this deck enough if I have swords in it. I really am not a fan of swords, but it can save you. Miracle Synchro Fusion, that gets out the big daddy of this deck. I'll talk about him more. You RFG the material of a fusion monster that has Synchro as a requirement, which Supreme Arcanite does. Mere Force, a Bottomless, a Torrential, which I need, so if you have it, PM me. 2 Draining Shields, 2 Dark Bribes. I need a Dark Bribe. Then that is the main deck. Extra deck time. Explosive Magician. I never use him except as Miracle Synchro Fusion fodder if I don't want to waste a Tempest. He's kind of nice. I very rarely use him for his 2500 attack. His effect is kind of crap. You can remove 2 counters from the side of your field to destroy a spell or trap. Breaker's better than that, so he's not very good. A lot of collectors look for him because he has the same stats as Dark Magician. Who cares? 2 Tempest Magician. He's kind of nice. You can remove all of the spell counters on the field to burn your opponent for 500 each. So yeah, that's an OTK there. You can discard, for each card that you discard from your hand with this effect, you can put a spell counter on this card. So yeah. Arcanite Magician, I need it. I need 2. I also run it in my Fables, so it's really important. It gains 2 spell counters when it's, I think only when it's Synchro Summon. Only with Synchro Summon, it gains 1,000 per each, and you can remove a spell counter to destroy a monster on the card on the field. Really amazing card. It can't be Bottomless or even regular Trap Hole because its attack is actually only 400. Pretty awesome. Supreme Arcanite Magician, which is basically the better version. It starts with 14, so when it's summoned it has 34 attack, so it could get over a lot of stuff. It gains 1,000 just like Arcanite. The only thing is you can only remove a spell counter once per turn. But in addition to that effect, you can also draw a card instead of destroy something. So it's nice when you have Citadel out and you want new cards. Go ahead and wham bam, you got them. Yeah, that's the deck. I don't run Indie Bind, this guy right here on the mat. I really don't like discarding spell cards. I'd rather use them to get spell counters. So I see him as kind of counterintuitive. If you have thoughts, if you have suggestions, you have questions, ask, rate, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it. Have a great one.